After catching myself explaining neutron degeneracy pressure to a 7-year-old, I have officially realized that elementary school students are too young for me. I'm a middle school teacher. Did you just make a Facebook post to dunk on a 7-year-old? You are a grown ass person, a teacher for that matter, a teacher, and you are flexing on a child? Imagine being an actual real life teacher, going home one night, sitting down to your computer and eagerly typing, guys, check out how dumb this fucking idiot third grader is. This big dumb baby couldn't even understand science, stupid idiot. Must just be too young for me. What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video, this time from r/iamverysmart. On today's episode, we get a close-up look at Reddit's greatest and brightest. You know, the people in society who we admire most. The ones oh, fuck, the intro's over already. I'm just good at math and science. Specifically, I've ruined online friendships over debates of black holes and space-time laws of physics with people. So, like, just a random bean with science/math skills. XD. Yeah, I feel like if you're ending friendships because of debates over black holes, that doesn't mean you're good at science or math, it just means you're a dick. YouTube. Want to see basic geometry with colored paper? Me, studying engineering. Same here, buddy. Honestly, the stuff that's fundamental but you don't know the story behind them is always interesting. Yeah, try a PhD in AI. You're not impressive. Crazy thing is, though, you can find this shit in literally any YouTube comment section. People of any age trying to flex. Like, literally, let's just search up an algebra topic. I don't know, systems of inequalities. Okay, this video has a lot of views, and would you look at that? I'm literally doing this in 9th grade. Wow, I'm learning this in 8th grade. I'm learning this in 7th grade. I'm learning this in an accelerated 6th grade math. How do I balance an obsession with academia and having normal quote-unquote friends? I find it very hard to be attracted to, become friends with, or sometimes just hold conversations with people who aren't extremely intelligent. I guess in some sense you'd use the term sapiosexual, and it's ruining my life. I get called pretentious a lot, but really I just refuse to dumb myself down for people, and I'm proud of my intelligence. I'm a first-gen uni student. I want to change before coming to uni since it makes me feel elitist or rude at times, and I feel like I'm cutting out a huge population of great people I can learn from just because they don't seem intelligent enough when I first meet them. Advice? Now, the comment section of this post lit OP the heck up, which is great, but I'm still hung up on who wrote it and who signed off. That's right, future student. This song has a somewhat 90s vibe to it. That's actually a common misconception. The paradigm inherent to the postmodernist fallacy of a priori knowledge stems from a systemic predilection to binary dichotomies. Well, that assumption is also holistically predicated on the contemporary socially accepted zeitgeist of inhibiting non-binary reaction chains in the pursuit of intelligible composite outcomes. You see, I too can randomly pick words out of a dictionary. $10, black sewing machine brooch. It may help you to spell it correctly. Brooch. Yeah, imagine coming in that obnoxiously, only to be wrong. I wish there was OnlyFans for intelligent stuff like literature and mathematics. So an intellectual subscription service? Well, for only $1,006 a year, you can get access to the Oxford Quarterly Journal of Mathematics. If that's what you're looking for. I mean, it literally exists. Like a lot of them. Academic journals are a huge thing. No need to look on Twitter. Alright, so we have a quirky math pun shirt, and this post has 15,000 likes, and I'd have to guess the vast majority of those 15,000 are middle school math teachers. But anyhow, I was today years old when I realized how much of a nerd I am. My first thought was cute, but with Einstein, c was the speed of light, and with Pythagoras, c's the hypotenuse, and I didn't have to look any of that up. First thought, I swear, and I see that your second thought was damn. I gotta leave a comment about that first thought. Your bio and profile picture gave me the hint that I was talking to a moron. This is not a conversation between equals. I'm teaching you something, and you are being taught. That's a hilarious low IQ cope, by the way. You can have a low IQ and still be fine. You don't need to cope so hard. Well, if you got a hint of all of that from someone else's profile, what hint are we supposed to get from that anime profile picture? I'm a thinker by nature, and my X-ray vision can't help but penetrate every matter to its depths. Explore it not just mentally or intellectually, but also metaphysically and spiritually. My analogies and observations are unsettling for many dimwits here, so I will stop now. Haha. Yeah, the only unsettling thing is the space that you put between those ha's. Why? See, the cognitive capacity necessary to compute such nuance and sophisticated ideas is not one that is possessed merely by your average layman, which is why I understand why you chose to reply with an answer that ignores the central objective and pin space pointed your efforts on my example of Karl Marx. Yep, cognitive capacity is where I usually run into problems too. If you're sick of corporations forcing politics of any stripe down your throat and you're smart enough to know that they're patronizing you, then this book is for you. That's right, Amazon.com, Curse of the High IQ, written by this Twitter man, and looks like he did the graphic design for the cover all by himself. Now, while I didn't read the actual book itself, it's because 1, I'm not giving this man any money, and 2, I don't know how to read, I did take a look at the Amazon reviews. If you are sure that you're a smart person but blame the less gifted for making you miserable, here's your book. It's like comments on YouTube, but in book form, and my personal favorite, 1 star. This book made me a worse person. Given that there's literally a typo in the first paragraph of the Amazon book description, I'm sure we can all be relieved that the author is not himself afflicted by such a curse. In 6 words or fewer, write a story about this photo. 6 words or fewer is not a story. It is a sentence. It is a statement. It is a phrase. Question answer. It is everything but a story. You simply cannot construct a story with only 6 words or less. It's just grammatically incorrect and very nerve-wracking to even call it that. Dude, 1, 2, 3. You have way more than 6 words there. You said you're 5'8", but honestly, we grow at odd numbers, and don't forget the fractions of the inches and millimeters, and even the molecular, atomic, and subatomic fractions that make up ourselves. Plus, we get shorter later in the days while we're taller in the mornings. More like you meant to say, you're approximately 5'8". Did this guy not grow in exactly 1-inch quantities? Sure, it was a little jarring at times, but instant 1-inch growth spurts is really a part of childhood. Well, not in Europe. They grow 1 centimeter at a time, but same idea. My 2021 grades are finally in. Got 95 units with a 4.0 GPA, straight A's in math up through Calc 2 as a music student with a new scholarship. How on earth does a white foster kid in America achieve such brilliant academic excellence? I'm only going to school to prove how much more superior minded I am than other artists who do drugs and are stupid AF. Please separate me from other rappers, okay, because they're all inferior to me. I'm an entrepreneur, so I don't have to ever get a job working for someone else. I just want to prove how inferior the average human being is to my mathematical genius music mind. So that's why I go to school, and to prove how a foster youth can become self-made from the extreme bottom. I mean like the super bottom. I rub my rare success in the faces of those broke artists who make music about degenerate content, but my music is the most original music. Alright guys, you're just gonna take your pot, your boiling pot, right? You hit Control C, then move over to the other burner, right? Hit Control V, and there. That's how you copy pasta. Wasn't the Earth one big ball of flowing lava for a long time? Look, I'm not an astrophysicist or a geologist. I am a PhD archaeologist. In fact, the chairwoman of the Department of Anthropology at a major university in New York City will be stopping by our house today. Oh, yeah. Sorry, what was the question? If you are worthy of an INTJ's time, please keep a few things in mind. Most of us INTJs have spent our entire lives honing our skills of people watching. We mentally document everything there is to document about a person. We study you. We can't help it. It's just who we are. We watch how you do things, how you interact with others, how you speak, how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you respond to certain situations and scenarios, all the while documenting your facial expressions, micro-expressions, mannerisms, habits, quirks, you name it. If any of these items are out of whack, not in line with our own morals and codes, we write you off immediately or set up boundaries that keep the toxicity at bay. Traits like these are why it is nearly impossible to lie to an INTJ. Between our ridiculously on-point intuition and our way of noticing even when the smallest of details have changed or are off, we can usually pinpoint exactly what type of questions to start asking. This is the real reason we do not have a ton of friends or even care to have a ton of friends. It's too time-consuming to do this with people, and most people's actions don't match their words anyway. It's sad to say, but most people are fake to some extent. I'll be honest, I did not know that people took Myers-Briggs personality types quite this seriously, and as with any, personality describing utility, I'm sorry for anyone who needs to hear this, but you cannot, I repeat, cannot use these as an excuse to be an asshole. You just can't. Michael is really a gifted kid. That's right, this 10th grade prodigy studying mathematics at a 10th grade level. How is he a prodigy if he's on grade level? I was in 6th grade and had a 10th grade math level and 12th grade reading level. They wanted me to skip middle school, but my parents said no. This is average math skills. Yeah, this is probably cross-posted in r/ate the onion, which is not, as you might expect, a community of vegetable enjoyers. The crepitation of the inobtrusive mechanoid, denatured but nativized, capsulized a German of meaning, under-explicated but over-implicated. Excuse the cryptic preambulation, meant to write you a sennight ago. I, trace Deridian, you may have forgotten. I invited to take you out for supper the day before Black Redacted ceremony and labyrinthian Borgian fatalities had prevented me from contacting you sooner. I thus am asking when you are available, and how have you been, Black Redacted? Sincerely? Black Redacted. Yeah, after a text like that, I don't think they want anything to do with your Black Redacted. All right, so we got a quirky, I cannot speak. Yep, yeah, okay.